The next generation of millionaires will be made on visionOS, and that could be you. I know this because I've worked in VR for over 10 years, waiting patiently for Apple to get in the game, waiting for precisely this moment we're in right now. I started the world's largest immersive technology expo called VRLA that brought together over 7,000 creators and enthusiasts in the early days of the modern era of VR. I also created a pioneering VR app called Mindshow that democratized the ability to create 3D animation and was nominated for an Emmy. There's a lot of cynicism about Vision Pro and people online rooting for its failure, but I'll tell you why I'm bullish on it. Apple does not around. They don't ship new product categories as thought experiments to see what sticks. Apple very deliberately introduced Vision Pro with the tagline, "Welcome to the era of spatial computing," not because it's marketing jargon that sounds cool, but because it's what they actually believe. The mere existence of this product in the marketplace reflects their long-term commitment to creating a new paradigm for human-computer interaction. Okay, I'll be the first to admit Vision Pro is far from a perfect device. It's too heavy, leaves awkward red marks on my face, and much of the software feels incomplete. But to dismiss it as a failure 4 months after launch completely misses the massive long-term opportunity this platform represents for developers, designers, and entrepreneurs. People that build for visionOS now, that gain the learnings from iterating at the cutting edge, will reap outsized rewards in the future. Imagine you could go back in time to the launch of the App Store in 2008 and tell your past self about the billion-dollar companies like Uber, Instagram, and Snapchat that would be created in the next decade. What would you be inspired to create, knowing these opportunities were possible? Well, I have great news for you. You don't need a time machine because we're having another iPhone moment all over again. It's not obvious because the technical challenges of building a computer that sits on your face instead of one that fits in your pocket makes the first generation Vision Pro far more expensive and out of reach for most people, for now. Consider this, the original iPhone that shipped in 2007 had no app store, selfie camera, or even video recording. Its screen was pixelated and the 2G cellular service was slow as This is comparable to the Vision Pro we have today. As advanced as it is, this first generation is the slowest, heaviest, and dumbest it will ever be. Today's iPhone is orders of magnitude more powerful and capable than the first one, and it's reasonable to believe that the Vision Pro will follow a similar trajectory. So no, I'm not upset that the hand tracking sucks and the battery only lasts for 2 hours. These problems will all be fixed in ways that we can't even imagine today. When you see beyond these shortcomings and zoom out to look at the bigger picture, spatial computing is our inevitable future. For better or worse, the iPhone made smartphones commonplace. The world today hardly resembles the world we had in 2007, and Vision Pro represents the first step in another major shift. The version of it 5 to 10 years from now that's lighter, can be used outdoors, and seamlessly interact with the world around us will absolutely make our world closer to Ready Player One. Maybe that sounds awesome, or maybe that terrifies you, but this is the logical progression of one of the world's most valuable companies investing billions of dollars to make this reality happen. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? What role will you play? What spatial experiences will you create? Virtual reality has existed for many decades, but visionOS is less than a year old, which means that many devs are creating spatial apps for the first time. The iOS ecosystem has had 15 more years to mature compared to visionOS, and the truth is that most visionOS apps suck because there's still a lot to figure out. This is not a comment about developers, but simply a reflection of what a new platform looks like as it's getting off the ground. We lack great educational resources, testing SharePlay is difficult, developer documentation is not the best, and UI/UX patterns are less established. To address these problems, I'm thrilled to announce visionOS Dev Partners, a new consulting business I'm starting to help you succeed as a visionOS developer. I'm leveraging my 10 years of experience in the VR industry to offer a variety of services that will support you in making top-tier apps and games for visionOS. And here's the fun part. Every meeting will be held in space-time, making this the first business to use spatial personas in a commercial context, as far as I know. From the dozens of space-time meetups I've held, I know this technology is the most powerful tool for remote collaboration ever made. I'm particularly excited about this because it will help us build a strong relationship and communicate more effectively. So what are we going to do together? The first service is visionOS Strategy, which involves mapping out opportunities for growth, prioritizing your roadmap, and planning out promotions. I also host remote usability tests through Spacetime to discover how people are using your app and see where the pain points are. Testing SharePlay can be challenging because it requires another person to have a Vision Pro, so I'm also offering SharePlay testing office hours. Finally, once your app is on the App Store, I'm also offering App Store optimization, which will look at things like the keywords, the description, the icon, the screenshots, the app preview video to tune things up and get you the downloads you deserve. If you want to learn more and book a free intro Spacetime call, head over to visionosdevpartners.com and the first 10 clients will save 20%. This shift towards spatial computing is exciting, but it's not happening in isolation. It's emerging alongside AI, robotics, photonics, and other frontier technologies. Considered altogether, the bigger picture is that we are entering a fundamentally new era of human existence. To help us make sense of this strange new world, I'm also starting a free newsletter called Magic Beans. Every week, I'll plant 5 magic beans in the garden of your mind, inspiring updates about cutting-edge technologies that hold the potential to transform society. I'm calling it Magic Beans for a few reasons. I was initially inspired by the shape of the Vision Pro's icon, which looks like a bean. And then I discovered that it has a couple other symbolic layers to it. In Jack and the Beanstalk, Magic Beans symbolize the potential for transformation and personal growth, precisely what our new technologies offer us. And finally, you are Magical Being, a human being with divine magical potential. We remember this aspect of ourselves when we encounter beautiful art, the natural world, and the feeling of excitement. You can sign up for free at magicbeansnewsletter.com. And once more, you can go to visionosdevpartners.com to see how we can take your visionOS app to the next level. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights, and hopefully I'll see you in Spacetime.